Luke chapter 1, 37 to 38. When God appeared to Mary, when an angel appeared to Mary and told her that she was going to give birth to a child without a husband, in verse 34, Mary said, "How can this be, since I do not know a man?" That is showing that Mary could not believe it, and she knows that without a man, she was a virgin. How can I be a virgin and give birth to a child? And she knew this is impossible. And she expressed her feelings. She expressed her feelings to God that this is impossible. You see, unfortunately, many of us today, we become so religious that we cannot even dispute the words of our pastors. But here was Mary, a human being, a little girl, and she was disputing the words of an angel of God. Even an angel appeared to her, and she was able to argue with the angel. She was able to challenge the angel that this is not possible. What you are telling me is going to be possible. This is not possible that I'm going to be pregnant when I don't have a husband, when I've never been with a man. How can I ever become pregnant? And so some of us today will be so afraid of challenging our pastors, of asking our pastors questions because of control, because of fear. You know, our relationship with God is not supposed to be based on that kind of fear of man and the kind of control and that limits us even from speaking what we are thinking. So our churches is full of hypocritic people who are thinking one thing and doing another thing. People who never tell you what they are thinking. People who say yes, 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 sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. But in the real sense, they have their own ideas, they have their own thoughts, and they have their own, opinion about what you are doing and what you are saying. But really, we should build a system, a church system, or a fellowship of Christians, whereby people will be free to express themselves, of course, with honor and respect. I'm sure Mary showed honor and respect here, but because she was so free, she was free enough to ask questions from this angel. She was free enough to challenge this angel and say, "What are you telling me? If you are telling me, that I'm going to be pregnant without getting having a husband, this is impossible." And then the angel kept on convincing her, and the angel said, it's going to happen. The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the highest will overshadow you. Therefore also that the Holy One who is to be born will be called the Son of God. Now indeed, then he told her about Elizabeth to strengthen her faith. So the angel here came up to strengthen the faith and to help Mary believe. You see, could God have done this thing, make her pregnant without her faith, without her believing, without getting, a corresponding response from her? Of course, God is God. God is almighty. But because we are living on the earth, God still needs your own permission sometimes. God needs your own obedience. God needs you to abide by the laws, by his principle that he has already laid down. Mary needed to release her faith. Mary needed to believe. It is only when Mary has believed that miracle becomes possible. So that is why the angel was spending time with her and sowing the seed of faith in her. Sowing the seed of faith in her. One of the seed of faith that was sown in her is the fact that he told her that, the Holy Spirit will come, it will be upon you. And then the another seed of faith is that this is going to be a special child that you are. So sowing a seed of faith. And then he sowed another seed of faith and said, you know what? Your sister-in-law or your distant relative, Elizabeth, she's been pregnant. She's been barren all her life too. But you see, another sign for you as a seed of faith is that you will discover that she too is pregnant. So what am I saying?